On this episode, we talk about Amy.
Oh, God.
Hey everybody, this is Vaynerchuk, and this is episode 292 of the Ask Garyvee show on a Friday night in early fall. I'm personally salty as fuck. The Jets had just lost to the Cleveland Browns. I landed at 2:30 in the morning from Cleveland. Big shout out to the Cleveland Brown fans, super classy. Probably helped that every other one of them knew who I was, and I took the first selfies ever with mean face in my life. Fans rolling up on me after the game, asking for selfies, and I didn't have any smiles in my body at that point. So super salty, energy may be off.
Jeff specifically says don't bring that up, and now you got that out the way, so
yeah,
we're good to go.
Jeff is super smart. He's exactly right. I'm really upset, actually. Like, genuinely, I've come to realize the Jets are my bizarro alternative universe version of myself. It's where I'm pessimist. AJ will co-sign this, because AJ never, he likes to razz me. He doesn't like to be like, yeah. He doesn't like support. He likes to call out. I literally, on the way to walking the stadium, I'm like, bro, I had this weird dream that the Jets are going to be up 20-7, and then Baker's going to come in, and they're going to win 21-20, and it was 14-0 instead of 20-7, but literally, it fucking happened. Literally, the only thing that I did not want to happen in this NFL season happened. Yeah. Baker took a shit on my face.
It was a good game, though. Very good game.
No, it wasn't a good game, bro. It wasn't a good game. It was a good game. Yeah, I'm sure people were entertained. I'm glad America got to see young quarterbacks that they think are the future of the league. It's very nice for everybody, except for me.
Yeah. Sorry.
Well, listen, you guys have both talked, so you might as well introduce yourself. Why don't you tell the Vayner Nation who you are? We're going to get to the calls today because I think you guys are young entrepreneurs, artists. I'm inspired by you guys so much so that I went into business with you. I tend to never want to do shit like this where I mix my real life with the content of my show, but I felt that it was important because I thought that you guys represent something to me, which is there's a young hustler, social media, arbitrage, understanding the culture, knowing what the fuck's going on, guy and gal out there today that 98% of them are fakers and will be weeded out. And it's very rare for me to find the real in the bullshit. And you got a little bit of your bullshit. You got, you guys have a little, you especially, he's good. But you still got meaning.
Why, the chains?
Meaning, and I'm obviously making a joke, but meaning it's such a special, interesting time in entrepreneurship, right? Yeah. It's such a special time. It's been put on a cool factor. The fact that cool people follow me and think it's cool, that makes great. You are too young to know this. All of you fuckers, it's crazy. It'd be literally like me telling you, yo, you'll never believe this. In 20 years, construction workers are going to be as popular as fucking rappers.
That's wild.
That is literally what I would tell you it would have sounded like if 29 years ago I said to you, entrepreneurs would be as cool as athletes and rappers. Literally. Yep. So, very special time, but you guys have executed, so say hello.
I'm Mark Brazil, and me and Jeff own a company called IKONICK. I do the business, Jeff does the art.
Yeah, I'm the digital artist, and I do half of the business.
Because of you, actually.
Yeah, because of you.
When it started, Gary,
I
was on an island by myself doing all of the business, and
he was the artist.
And you.
So you were two guys.
I was emotional. I was stereotypical artist.
He's got no emotion.
So I did
now.
for you what I did for D-Rock. Systematically broke you down from your bullshit and ideology to being more practical.
Yeah. Jeff gives valuable business advice now, and
that freaks you out a little bit.
I love it. The more the merrier. And
tell your origin story. If this was comic book number one, what did you guys like your girlfriends were dating and you met begrudgingly?
Were you kind of close?
Really?
Yeah, kind of close.
I'm pumped right now. Yeah. Go ahead. Fuck, I'm pumped. See, I told you guys were cliche. Go ahead.
8 years ago in NYU dorm, I wake up at 8 a.m. next to a girl, and she tells me, you need to meet this guy, Jeff Cole, who at that time, I swear to God, for no reason at all, I had a comic book.
You guys had a similar hookup style or what?
Not at all, actually. I had a comic book t-shirt company, and she connected me with him, and for 3 years, I independently contracted him. We only talked over Gmail. We had never even met before. And
were you guys both in New York?
No, I was in Chicago at the time.
I was in New
You
York.
went to high school with this girl? You just did like
No, well, no, I'm sorry. I was at the University of Arizona. In
okay.
Tucson. And yeah.
You knew her?
I wasn't even
You just
doing,
knew this woman?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
She went to Arizona with me, and I didn't even do digital art yet. I just majored in illustration at Arizona.
And it basically...
She knew you were a good artist.
Yeah.
You guys hook up.
Yeah.
And the wake-up convection from the hookup is,
I
you need to meet
God.
Jeff Cole.
Yeah. It's so ironic. And literally, we've known
Do
each
you
other.
guys, let's talk about this for a minute.
I wish her happy birthday every year on Facebook. And
You got to do way more than that, Dick. What the? You wish happy birthday on Facebook to people you once were in study hall with. You do not wish happy birthday. You need to sell her a ton of. You need to send her a ton of art.
This is a good idea.
You need to email her, DM her, or text her and find out what she's into in life.
Yeah.
You guys need to buy her. You need to do something right.
It didn't end that well.
That's fine, but that's 100 years ago.
I know.
You need to man up and realize it ended up great.
Yeah. It's funny how things work out because it literally...
Bro, it ended great.
I'm
You
excited.
may not be together, but you found your business love.
Business love.
Do you guys consider each other business loves?
I love him like a brother, yes.
That's right.
Yeah.
You found your business love. Thus, it worked out great.
Yeah.
And we need to do Can we make a commitment here today? Now that I'm part of the company.
Yeah.
Can we make a commitment?
Yes.
What's her first name?
Amy.
Can we make a commitment to Amy?
Amy's getting the shout out. She's getting a heavy shout out right now.
Can we make a commitment to Amy that we have to recognize the way life actually works, though it may have not ended up the way you wanted to or nicely in a romantic sense?
Yeah.
She created
A monster.
a monster.
Yeah, I do love her for that.
I mean, but you're not showing it.
That's true.
We love it once a year.
Jeff, you need to step up. Your heart or your relationship wasn't bad. You need to.
It wasn't. You're
and
right. You're
He
right.
was in it, and I have empathy for that. You, on the other hand, this is actually your fault. You need to be the one that needs to step up and do the right thing by Amy.
You're right, man.
We'll
Can you make me a piece of art that says "Do the right thing by Amy"?
Yes, I promise. I'll add it. That'll be
Literally, I'm
the
gonna hang
11th
it
piece.
right there. I'll make it right there. I didn't even realize I had that space up there. Right there. Let's measure it. Do the right thing by Amy. I want it.
We have that on camera, so it's
Done.
It's
It's
going
firm.
down.
All right, all right, so origin story. You wake up, hook up in college style. You got to meet this guy, Jeff Cole. Weird conversation for post hookup, but cool, I'll go with it. And so what, you're like, cool, I'm so excited. I can't wait to reach out to Jeff Cole.
No, he called me the next day, and I'm like, who is this random guy? And
Literally, I love that. That's hustle move. So you call me like,
I'm
yo,
aggressive.
bro.
Yeah.
Are you Jeff Cole? Is this Jeff Cole?
Yeah. Basically.
And you're like, this is Brazil?
Yeah, basically. It's pretty accurate. Yeah.
Keep going.
And literally it was, we worked company on company. And, I was always a number 2 or 3 at the company. Definitely under incentivized, underutilized. And I always had Jeff as a designer. And just the work ethic, second to none. His design is, you see them.
Everyone knows it.
And it came to a point where we were with these companies, we weren't really happy. And it's now probably about 16, 17 months ago, we went from Squarespace to Shopify. And obviously we were bartering on Instagram and getting big posts, making a couple $1,000s here and there. But the second we started doing paid ads, month 1, 6 figures, and then we just went on a bender.
Facebook.
So Facebook and Instagram is where the company started. And
IKONICK.
IKONICK, correct.
IKONICK.
And
you should probably know how to pronounce the shit I invest in.
yeah.
I can't pronounce my own shit.
And it
so
literally
don't worry.
it was me, Jeff, and then we were running ads, and his 16-year-old brother, we were paying 25 cents to process the orders, and we were part-time.
You're paying 25 cents an order?
Per order.
all of us. All of us.
No, I know, but you were paying him 25 cents an order
16,
to...
yeah.
No, I get it.
And Jeff was giving him some sneakers.
Yeah, I gave him some sneakers.
So we did our first $2 million in top line revenue from 5 a.m. to 8 a.m. And then at 5 or 6 p.m. when our partner in the other company left, when that door shut, that was the best moment of our life. We'd go and get coffee, and then we'd be jacked from 5 or 6 till 3 in the morning. And then it got to a point where we were like, wow, this is getting serious. And then that day we went all in, and then things just took it to a whole new level.
Since we haven't framed it up, what is the company for everybody listening?
IKONICK is affordable art, starting at $50 to $700. It's all direct to consumer. The core of the company kind of has that motivational, inspirational DNA, and that kind of drove us to become a legitimate company. And now we've iterated into, with the MBA license.
Right, you do licensing and original, right?
Correct.
Yeah, mainly original.
Yeah, it was Jeff that did all the designs for the first about year. And now we're starting to bring on more designs.
Artists that fuck with you because your whole account is so fire on Instagram that would DM you, you'd vet, and you're like, oh shit, this is how it can scale.
He makes fun. It's my Instagram account is like a biz dev hub.
100%. D-Rock is how we, like the D-Rock world is like, whether it's Babin or Caleb, like we found way better people in D-Rock by people that were hitting up D-Rock.
We found, so when D-Rock posted Austin, our video guy, we found our second Austin, our second video guy through that. So basically D-Rock found both of our videos.
Yeah, D-Rock is literally like a job board. Like when people are like, yo, what's up with, a lot of people call other video people D-Rock. Like that has become like a real, right? Like your guy, Shay, like
he's our D-Rock.
Yeah, like that has become a real thing, which is really fucking amazing in a lot of ways. But when I hear D-Rock, I'm like, oh yeah, that's like a job board. Like that's how I literally think about it. Though you haven't been able to find somebody from our team. Yeah. Like I miraculously, everybody's finding lots of stuff, yet we can't find another person for our team. They need to bleed out of their eyes.
I mean, that's the problem we have, like duplicating Jeff, finding.
It's so hard.
We've tried getting junior designers.
Right, because when, to D-Rock's point, and I don't know if you guys heard it here on the podcast, so I'll repeat it, finding somebody that bleeds out of their eyes, which is a term I use for just like work ethic. It's hard to find somebody who is both artistic and outrageously not only a work ethic, because there's a net hours, right? Like an artist could work 18 hours, but if her or his output is a single piece of content where our requirement for 18 hours is 837, that's a big fucking delta.
Like for me in my lane, I want bleed out of their eyes and intelligence because I can develop that. With him, it's skill.
Talk to me about when he became a better businessman than you by mainly just listening
better
to
than me? Wow, I gotta.
When did he become a better businessman than you on the back of just listening?
He does.
But most of those are directly coming from me, right?
Exactly.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
We've gotten to a point now where
which means I'm a better businessman than you.
Ooh.
I'm just trying to, we're just trying to play the game
right
here.
Now the market says you are. As per what you would say, the market says you are.
But you got time. You're young. How old are you?
I just turned 33 a week and a half ago.
Good.
Thank you, bro.
You look good for 33.
Thank you.
There's some gray on the beard, though.
I know.
Have you found that to be to your advantage?
Some girls stay up. I don't believe them, to be honest with you.
You think they're pandering to you?
I think so.
But what about the huge headlines of me and Scooter being involved? Has that helped your...
Things have changed. This interview is going not where I want it to go right now, but
well, here's why.
Yeah.
Because I rarely do anything that I mix business with on my own platform.
Yeah.
So I figured before we get to the calls, I'm going to make this interview nothing like you dreamed it up, right?
Yeah.
You thought like I'd set it up, knock it out, sell some fucking art, get it set. Mainly I'm making sure that you remember the pain of Amy, making sure that we talk about the great, like I'm going completely different places with this. Is that fair?
It's fine.
No, on a serious note, what's here's the reason I said yes.
Yeah.
Because you guys fully fucking executed on my core thesis that I've been trying to shove down the fucking throat of society. And you guys know the same way I know that we're not that special.
Self-aware. It's all self-aware.
It's just, there's a moment in time right now that people, for some reason, and listen, I'm pretty good at fucking like forcing my message down people's throats. There's this inherent human thing that people are just not willing to take advantage of this ludicrous opportunity.
It's ridiculous. Like you say Facebook, Instagram, and influencers, and people aren't doing it. It blows our mind. Like we are pushing so hard there, and we're finding other distribution channels now where we can get cheap traffic. But
give me one. Just like give it to it. Don't be scared.
Taboola. It's a random one.
No, I know what it is.
Yeah, Taboola. So
you're happy with that.
We're happy with that right now.
Good.
Like how we're at right now, how the business is structured. I look at it as three things. Everything starts with content. You could do no paid traffic. If you have good content, you can blow up. And then the other two big things.
Well, and let's stay here because this is really why I wanted you guys, because I want to bring value to my audience. You're right. You can blow up with no money, but that will take some time.
Correct.
Even the best of content, it's not like if you're the fire, if you're the next me and you're going to trump me, your name's Sally and you're going to fucking destroy me. If you just put out your first video on Instagram right now, it's going to take a few minutes. It's going to take a fucking few minutes.
If you're authentic, though, you're going to find some people that like what you're saying.
100,000%.
And then it's 1, 2, 3, and you just have to, like you said, just be
tomorrow,
patient.
I'm going to wake up early as fuck, and I'm going to go garage sailing, and I'm going to make fire content because it's you fucking love it.
You loved it.
I literally,
honestly, bro,
I watched it like 80 times. I want to go with you tomorrow.
Dude, on a serious note, it really meant a lot to me that you first of all, that day was crazy.
You.
I just did this the other day. Like, I really kind of did it. First of all, it was the most creative. right? Like I'm looking at my team. Like I'm more creative when I do garage sale content. Like I'm doing a picture, then a video, and tomorrow I'm gonna fucking destroy it. Tomorrow's gonna be the great story of all time.
Oh, I can't.
I'm gonna find something crazy. That NASA jacket was nuts. Went for 82. Bought it for $1. Bought it for a fucking $1.
82x.
Anyway.
Yeah. So content, and then I think the two big things is, you call it attention, we call it traffic. It's the same thing.
Yes, same
thing. Now as leading the company, I'm a biz dev guy,
yes.
so I just want as much traffic as possible.
Awareness.
And then the last thing, which people I really don't think focus on, is conversion tactics.
100%.
How do you convert that? How do you get one uptick of your conversion?
And there's two extremes. You guys are in the sales business. You're in retail, where I come from, right? You're selling art. I sold wine. So you're absolutely right about conversion. I want to give everybody the full look.
Yeah.
I'm actually so deep right now into brand that the reason I go so deep into non-conversion is because I want to be on the other side of just like pure brand, right? Like if Nike tried to get you to actually buy their product in everything they do, well, they wouldn't be brand.
Well, I do think that we've shifted a lot towards a lot more brand. I don't know if you've seen our account, but since we've spoke, we took a big shift.
I'm aware.
Where it's just storytelling, straight storytelling.
I'm watching.
Hey.
And I'm pumped about it. And look,
Yeah.
obviously we had that combo. Obviously I'm happy to watch you do it. I have seen it. Obviously the headlines of me and Scooter investing in the company was a big deal and just brought general awareness. And there's so much more to go.
Yeah.
And I think when you get those two things singing, it gets real scary.
Yeah.
Like when we think about all the stuff we're selling with the sneakers and different stuff, like I got a big wine project coming up. Like when you get brand and selling down, like if Nike had 5,000 people in a call center, cold calling, doing tactical stuff, they would do better.
Yep.
Like I don't think people like now when you start at trillions and billions, it's hard to get your juices going. But for like 99.9% of the people watching, and by the way, is it Facebook? Facebook, if you're watching right now, put in your phone numbers. I really want to go into call and show. I want to establish who these dudes were, but as you can tell, I wanted to razz a little and have fun, just out of family love, give you a little context that the only reason here, listen, I do a lot of investing, a lot of stuff. Why are these dudes here? They fucking listened. Like, I don't even, was it Justin Giangrande? I'm trying to remember who. Yeah. So a guy that works with me, great guy at Vayner Sports, one of AJ's right hands, connected us. Yeah. I went in like, not courtesy.
Yeah.
Like I'm always meeting new people. It wasn't courtesy. I'm always fishing, but I'm not like interested in fish right now.
I don't think you know that I guess you don't know the full backstory.
Probably not. Maybe I do.
We say we Gary'd Gary because what happens is
I believe you. Talk about it.
You guys asked to do his logo. He did it. We charge a lot. And I go.
One more time?
I did the Vayner Sports rebrand.
You did?
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know that.
And
cool. That's amazing. I feel way better about it.
And they go,
no
how
wonder
much?
I like it.
They go, how much? And I go, Jeff, we're not going to charge them. We're going to provide value first.
And this was Giangrande?
This was Giangrande.
Keep going.
And he's slick. And then 6 months later, I emailed Giangrande. I go, we're Gary Disciples. Here's the last 6 months of revenue. Give us 15 minutes with Gary. And then he screenshotted a text message he had with you. And then we got that 15 minutes at Beverly Hills. And all I need is in person. I knew when we met in person.
Totally get it.
Game over. Explosive.
And it was.
And then
it was. Because it was real.
That's the other thing with us that I think, especially living in LA, is no matter where this company goes or where we go, me and Jeff are value first with everything. Like right now, there's one person that I think I owe something to, obviously besides my family, someone that they gifted me something and I haven't posted it on Instagram. Everything else I'm putting out there, I'm doing for other people. And I think that's the other thing that people, you're talking about brand over sales. I think it's value first.
Couldn't agree more.
That so many people.
It's leverage.
It's
leverage.
You have the leverage.
You
everywhere.
made a fucking cockamanian fucking logo that led to like all this.
I did a lot.
Very true.
You know what I mean though?
Yeah.
Like I'm obviously like downplaying, but you made a logo and like whatever money was there, no matter how much you charged, it was disproportionately less, than the value you got in return
100%.
by play. And to your point, like I've gotten to where, you youngsters are going to love this.
Yeah.
You're going to get to a point where you're giving without actually worrying about if you're going to get to me, like where it gets real fun.
We're starting to get there.
I believe you.
Where we
I
don't,
believe you.
I don't expect
You're just
anything.
doing it.
Yeah.
It's not like, okay, one day Kobe's going to fucking sit with me or I'm going to get to, and by the way, that's the right way to think about it because if you're really good at, listen, I probably subconsciously still do things with the thought of like, oh shit, but I'm going to fucking, that's going to how I'm going to buy the jets. But where I got probably a decade ago, but more likely maybe half a decade ago, zero expectations. Like if Giangrande said, go fuck yourself, You would be blown away by how now in my life, and it still happens no matter who you are, there's always other things, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't register. Now, I'm not going to overly go crazy for a Gia Grande the next time. You see where I'm going?
Yeah.
100%.
That's where giving without expectation is the ultimate.
I agree.
You got questions? I do. Cool. Let's go. Let's get some call-ins. I think some people are going to
No
get
Amy
fired up.
questions. Chronic.
Dude, I'm about to like go deep into this Amy content. I'm getting excited.
This is epic.
Yeah.
So while Andy's pulling up the call, because I'm curious, because I was so impressed with how much PR, like that you could feel the buzz.
You're gonna love it. Ready? Bartered. Our PR agent.
Love it. I love it. Barter's my favorite fucking word. I want to barter my whole life. Who is this?
Hello.
Raphael, it's Garyvee. You're on the show.
Hey, Gary, what's going on, man?
Things are good, my guy. What do you have questions with?
Oh, man, I was watching you guys, and I've been grinding for a little while, man. I have a physical therapy company trying to scale, and it's just been really hard, like kind of grinding, trying to find the Robin to my Batman, so to speak.
When you're looking for Robin, what are you offering Robin? Like, yo, help me build my shit, or are you giving up some of the equity?
I'm always offering equity just from the gate, you know. But a lot of times I don't know what it is, but you know, I'm not sure if it's people don't believe in themselves, they don't believe in the vision. It's really kind of hard to find somebody who's like, okay, yeah, like let's do it, like from the door, from the gate. Like
I get
I'm
it.
showing them,
I
like,
get it.
Look,
so tell me this.
Now I'm here.
I get it. Tell me this. How many? What are you looking for Robin to do?
Honestly, what I'm looking for Robin to do is kind of bring to the table some things that I don't have. You know, like I'm not always, I'm not the most charismatic person, so I'm looking for like a Robin who can help me with. My son is telling me I'm not the most charismatic person.
You're killing it on the fucking phone. I'm like, damn, really? That's not where I thought you were going, because I like the way you're talking. Keep going.
Yeah, like, you know, I'm not the most charismatic guy, so I know, you know, I can see how, you know, someone can move through a room, kind of help with connects. Like I can close a deal. You know, when I'm at a table, I can negotiate. I can, you know, I know my numbers. I'm on top of all this kind of stuff. You know, that's kind of my strength. Not really, you know, the intro. You know.
Okay, so it's not charismatic. It's the first move. Once they're farming, the hunting is harder for you. Once it's farming, you've got it.
There you go.
Okay, keep going.
So
where do you live? Where do you live?
Oh, I live in the suburbs of DC. I live in Maryland.
Okay, DC, Maryland. Got it. Looking for a Robin who she or he is good at hunting. Keep going. And what do you want to sell them? Physical therapy?
Not just physical therapy, but got some ideas. And since we're, you know, you got a wide reach, I don't want to put all my ideas out there, but I'm trying to kind of innovate as far as how the services are delivered. Of course, you know, healthcare, you know, it's changing. It's starting to get really squishy as far as, you know, the margins going down, but the pay is still high. So I'm trying to find a way to change the game as far as how it's delivered, the method it's delivered, and so forth.
Can I say something?
You could say anything.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like you're looking for a glorified salesperson, and I think for that, you know, just going on job boards, you can probably find someone. And I think the fact that you're willing to offer equity to go with obviously some sort of salary is something that not many people are willing to offer out the gate. So I think you have a pretty good offering. Have you tried just utilizing resources and looking for a salesperson?
I have a lot of my friends are salespeople, but the thing is that I have friends that are salespeople. I have other associates that are salespeople. But one thing what I notice about salespeople, they're not always entrepreneurial. They're really good at sales, but they're really risk averse. And when you have people who are risk averse, it's like they're out of the game before you even, before you even get to the door.
It's tough.
I mean, I'm dealing with a fire right now because I felt like you had it down. But like to me, very simply, like, you like that one?
I feel like he needs to be going to like networking events and just be out there more. Like for us, we're just out there and it's a contact sport. That's how I see it. That's how I see it.
Yeah,
okay.
I also think like, honestly, man, like I caught the tail end of like the risk adverse, this and that. Like I just would spend no energy on, what's wrong or what's not or what's tough. I'm just fascinated. Like it's fascinating to me that catching the tail end, and I apologize that I had to just take care of this. It's fascinating to me that I never once in my life blamed the customer.
Sure.
And I don't know, like, I'm not saying I'm right and you fucked up. Like, I don't even want to go there. I'm trying to bring value for everybody listening. Holy shit, never in my life. We were reading something today. They were working on this cool fucking project, and in it, the customer wasn't blamed.
Yeah, you made an edit.
Yeah, I did make an edit, but you guys had it. There's this story that I was listening to by the team. I don't want to go too much into it, but the bottom line is, net, I was proud of the team. I didn't touch it at all. In this story, let's just stick with that, the customer was not blamed. And I took note of that. I was like, good, they did a good job. I highly recommend for you forget about risk adverse. How many people have you asked? If 17 people were risk adverse when you approached them, or 1,700 or 17,000, that's still nobody in the scheme of the game.
I feel like that's the answer. Just ask more people.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay.
And what's that?
Offense is more controllable.
Explain, Andy. That sounds smart.
You always go on offense, and I feel like offense is something that you can. It's because you.
It's on you.
If you keep asking people, someone's gonna say yes.
Else, right? Yeah, man. Listen, finding Robin or selling to clients this new delivery mechanism that you have, it's all about just finding people that say yes in the beginning. Everything I've ever done, e-commerce in '96, social media, agency in '09. These were fucking things that nobody wanted. All I got were no's. I found a couple of fucking yeses, and everybody's out here trying to fucking think that everything should be a yes. Does that make sense?
Perfect sense.
Right. So I think just making that mindset, all of a sudden, the way it manifests is you're not dwelling on that no. You're not worried that you kissed another Joker instead of finding a Robin. You understand?
Yes, man. I needed that.
Yes,
Thanks.
the Joker.
That was good. You like that? Cool, man. Well, good luck.
The joke.
Good luck,
okay,
man.
Look, I got that. Good job.
All right. Good luck, man. Thank you. And that's
you.
it. Right? Sometimes, it's I'm always fascinated by the macro versus the micro advice. Usually on Ask Garyvee show, I like that I can go micro. We had to go macro on him.
That's why I was like, there wasn't really an answer. I think it sounds crazy.
It's a mindset.
It's just work harder, kind of. It's just keep
but
going.
But working harder, it's funny, and I believe in working harder, but it's work harder with the right perspective.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier to work 17 hours a day when you know why you're doing it.
Yeah.
That cold calling. It reminded me of that cold calling video you did in Wine Library.
That was the best.
Emails like, how do I monetize my blog?
I was so pissed. That's such an OG video. I literally Googled.
It was the first caller, and he was like,
the guy's like, I'm
really
in.
Warmly.
I just think people are but the market's not ready for my. Remember with John Legend, when the guy was like, yo, people aren't ready for my shit. I'm like, motherfucker, your stuff sucks. Stop blaming listeners.
Yeah.
When you have an art piece that doesn't sell as well. I used to love when I would send an email, write the copy, pick a wine, buy a wine, try to sell the wine, and it didn't sell. It'd be like, yeah, I suck. Instead of oh, these people don't know that Pinot Grigio's the shit. Who's this? Andrew? Andrew, you're on the show.
You can please call the office at 231.
It's not Andrew.
86.
Let's try him again, or somebody else. You were about to say something.
I think the whole entire thesis is just with every no, you're getting closer and learning and refining. Our whole entire thing is we love the micro losses because it's getting us closer
100%.
to just getting better and better and better. That's the whole entire
the micro loss for the macro win. My whole life's a micro loss just to buy the Jets and win 6 Super Bowls. That's it. First, I hope my first game ever is the Jets owners at Cleveland. Go there and take
Cleveland look good though.
They're a very good team. I have a lot of. I like where they're at.
He's good.
Their defense is really good. Denzel Ward's a player too. Who's this?
David, he's got a good question. I hope he picks up.
David, don't fuck up. This is your shot, David.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system. 919801236 is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you finish recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
David, it's Garyvee. Listen, life is so fucking interesting. The fact that I will never call you back in the history of our life fascinates me. That this moment in time, like who knows why? Maybe you're in a bad service area. Maybe you went to go take a quick shit. I don't know why you didn't pick this up, but the fact that you didn't, which led to this message that will now create a scenario that we will never interact ever again, blows my face off of like how life actually works.
How long ago did he
have a great
ask
day?
The question? Damn.
All right, D-Rock, what's this? This is the camera that we were using, you and I, and we're gonna sell this on eBay. You're gonna sell this on eBay. Seth and you are gonna sell this on eBay. And the plan is we're taking this $4,000, $2,000, $3,000, what is it? $4,000 camera. You and I are gonna sign it, and then we're gonna put it on eBay and see what happens. You're gonna tweet it out, I'm gonna retweet it. I'm excited about this. I can sign it anywhere. I'm so into this, D-Rock. I'm so pumped by you.
Austin.
This is so cool. All right. All right, D-Rock. You're going to sign it too. Yep. Since you're fucking famous and a D-Rock. And like, we got our D-Rock. It's a job board. All right. What is this?
Yosef in New Jersey.
Yosef?
Yosef.
Might be Joseph?
It's Yosef.
Okay, it's a Y. Yeah, okay. That makes sense.
Hello?
Yosef, it's Garyvee, and you're on the Ask Garyvee show.
Hey, how are you?
We're tremendous. You watching the show?
No, I closed it.
How was it, though, before you left and broke our
It
hearts?
was awesome.
But it's the customer's always right, so it must have sucked.
No, I was doing a couple of homeworks. That's why.
Homework?
I'm undergrad. Yeah.
Wait a minute, you picked homework on a Friday night over the Ask Garyvee show live on fucking Facebook?
Yeah, because I can watch it later on. That's why.
He won.
Wow.
He won. Yosef, you're off to a good start, brother. What's your question for the guys? Or I?
I'm sorry?
Do you have a question? You put your phone number in.
Oh, yeah. I was wondering, how do you keep yourself motivated and, like, you keep going? Like, I keep watching your videos, and, like, after, an hour, I just go, like, there's no, like, no more, you know? It just goes away.
Okay, so you watch a video, you get pumped as fuck for an hour, but then it goes away is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll let you guys answer first on how you guys personally motivate yourselves.
Personally, I think motivation is all tied to finding something in life that you're passionate about.
Yep.
And it's tied to effort.
Okay.
So like for us, we just work 24/7. We love what we're doing. And it's gotten to a point now.
You're motivated by actually loving the process.
The process is amazing. We don't want this to end. Ever. It's weird. People ask us now, you know, would you sell the company? We don't even know that answer anymore. Right. We just love it. Every single day is amazing. So find something you're passionate about and you can put the effort in.
Cole?
Yeah, I just have an insane ambition. Like, I want to be the best in the world. So it's hard. It's like, even like the announcement with you, like, everyone's like, wow, was that like the best year of your life? I'm like,
you're like, no, it's fucking shit. It's like a blip.
We celebrated maybe for 5 minutes. We did a high five and we went right back to work. It's, yeah, I don't know.
It's the ambition.
Yeah,
for you, it's ambition.
It's
for you, it's the love of the process.
Yeah. It's the love of the process.
And obviously, there's a lot of things. Everyone, you have ambition. Yeah. You love the process, but your answer is ambition.
Yeah, I want to be all time the greatest. So,
Yosef, for me, what's interesting is I'm going to go a different angle because I think it's going to help a lot of people that watch my shit. I'm super humbled, as you can imagine, that I can be an energy boost. You know, watching a video of mine. Much better move than doing some fucking Coke or drinking some fucking Red Bull, right? Like, I'm excited by that, right? But the reason that people aren't sustained, you know, by my content in the scenario that you preached is because you're using it as a Band-Aid instead of fixing the issue at hand. Now, couple things. I'd like to ask you this because of the way you set up this conversation. You might not be motivated as fuck right now and maintaining it, because you're actually in a phase of your life when you're eating some crow to set up the next thing.
Can I ask him something? Have you found your passion yet? Because I feel like once you find your passion, it's hard for that motivation to kind of die.
Oh, I know I want to do something that helps people, but I'm trying to like find either like a health field, but I'm not sure yet. Yeah, like I want to decide. Like I'm studying.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, please go ahead.
I'm a sophomore right now in Rutgers, and I'm not sure what major. All I know, I want to go into the health field, but I'm not sure which specific, because I want to give back to the people. Like, I'm American Egyptian. I want to go back to Egypt and help out over there because the healthcare system just sucks over there, kind of.
So a couple things. I think I'm glad you asked that question, Jeff, because I think that led into like my entire thesis. My intuition is, look, if you want to be in the health field today in 2018, unlike being an entrepreneur, you do have to go to college. Like and maybe I'm undereducated on the whole field, and so I don't know, but like intuitively, like if you want to go to a top doctor, hospital, it's hard for me to think like you're coming off the like 18-year-old me and be like, yo, fuck college, I'm not going to med school. Like, yo, hire me, dog. I'm pure talent. Yeah. Like I don't know if that's playing out. Like, I don't know if that's a 2019 playing out. Maybe 2027, maybe some entrepreneurs or some rogue fuckers start a hospital that's like all about like just evaluating on some intuition shit. I don't know. But right now, I feel like it actually, your question and where I was going, Yosef, maybe what you're doing right now is you can't get macro motivated because you're in the eating shit phase. You're going to check the box at Rutgers to find the thing, then go to pre-med. Like, you might know that you're in fucking year 1 and 2 of an 8-year fucking window of eating shit before you get to actually do the thing you want. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, I was unmotivated as fuck in high school.
Same.
Like outrageously unmotivated. All I was doing was going through that process to get me to the time. And where I found my motivation was on my side hustle. And that's why I got D's and F's, because I literally was trying to sell baseball cards and study wine in every minute of my life that I could get away with it. If I had a passive teacher who didn't give a fuck, like I was 100% studying baseball cards and wine every class. And I don't mean like, haha, and Gary was, I mean, open the fucking Beckett baseball card guide or the Wine Spectator, sit in class and read it, hoping my teacher wouldn't say something. So I think you might just be in the eating crow era. Would that make sense?
Yeah.
Don't me. Like, does that make sense? Or like,
yeah, it makes sense. Yeah.
And are you okay? Yeah. Are you okay with that? That becomes the thing. Like, I was okay with giving up. You know, the reason why I shit on everybody and come so hard is I was okay with giving up my 20s and mid 30s to give back to my parents. I was okay with that. And everybody else, like so many else, are just like trying to do all the funnest stuff and like have everything. Like, I was okay with paying 15 years of due. Sanan, dude, you know how much respect I have for you on this, man. You were okay with commuting from fucking New York, shitty New York, I assume, to fucking Jersey to work at Wine Library for 10 or 11, $8, $5 an hour, whatever the fuck it was, because you were like, fuck it, I'm gonna eat shit for a year and hope Gary's not full of shit and puts me on. You were okay with that. And cleaning the, I know how it is at Wine Library. I did it too. So like, I know what Dad's up to there. Like, you know, like, so I think the question you have to ask yourself, if you're so ideological that you're going to go back to fucking Egypt and save the fucking healthcare system of Egypt, well then guess what? Eating shit in university in America for 7 years in your 20s is minor leagues to the ambition coming out of your fucking mouth, my guy.
Gotcha.
Take every single class. Every single class in the medical pocket, and when you find that one thing you like, then you're going to penetrate that one pocket.
Or take every fucking class that has nothing to do with medical and realize junior year in fucking Rutgers that you're a fucking poet.
That too.
No, that's for sure I'm not.
Right. So like, listen.
I hate writing.
But you see where I'm going with this?
Yeah.
Like, I think the important part, like the money shot of this was like, is the ambition coming out of your mouth something that you're willing to pay the dues for? I am so bent out of shape, tired of fucking hyperbole spitting out of people's mouths of what they're gonna do, and then when they have to go and put in the thing to get them there, they fucking balk. Because I'll tell you this, Yusef, this is about the rewiring of perspective. You might float into happiness and motivation for the rest of your life if you understand on this Friday night that the game is having the tolerance to eat the shit to get you in position to do the thing.
Facts.
Word.
What do you think? Talk with me here. Talk with me. I'm into this.
I totally agree with you.
So how is it processing? Is it processing like, oh fuck, that might be right, fuck it, I'm gonna like go all in and I'm gonna find pockets of like playing 2K or going on dates, or like I'll appease myself in the 2 hours I get to myself outside of this crazy education thing that I have to check the box on for the next 6 years because I'm gonna go fucking save the Egyptian fucking medical world? Or are you saying like, oh shit, do I want to change the Egyptian medical world? Or both?
Both, kind of. Yeah.
Cool, man. I mean, I think that's super right. That's exactly what your fucking 20s is supposed to be. You don't have to fucking figure it out. But I think what you need to think about is a lot of 20-year-olds get real ideological. And like one thing you may want to think about is it even capable of fixing the Egyptian medical world? Because I'll tell you what really is scary to me. When I hear you talk, I've had drinks with the 46-year-old version of you, Yusef. And you know what the 46-year-old version of you has said to me? Oh, fuck. I wish that I knew that there was no chance of changing the Egyptian medical world. So one thing I would tell you to do very carefully is while you're going through this process, audit the reality of your playing field to see if what you're actually saying is even fucking possible.
That's a big problem. There's smaller problems within that problem. That's why I would find a pocket where you can solve something small that can contribute.
I think that's right.
Solving the bigger
problem. I think that's right.
Yep.
I think, you know, when you're 20, you're going to rule the world, right?
Yep.
As you should. I love it. I want everybody to. But where I'm going with is a level of practicality that doesn't trap you, that you wait. What people do when they're ideological is they're faced with something at 31 where like, oh, fuck, all of this is bullshit.
Facts again.
Yeah.
You see where we're going, Yusef?
Yeah, I see you.
And the reason this is all easy for me to give you is it's based on the 1 hour boost of motivation. The reason it fades is because it's a Band-Aid. It's a quick high off my communication style that is wonderful and I'm very proud of it, but it's because we haven't gotten to the root of the thing that you're not able to keep sustained motivation. You know what I mean?
All right.
And because it's either you're lying to yourself of like what's coming out of your mouth isn't true in your heart and your brain, or something else. And I really think it's usually like when I hear what you had to say, it's that there's a part of you, the logical part of your brain that's quiet and a voice that whispers to once in a while that says, that's actually not that possible or this and that. And which is why I think, you know, Brazil's talking about it the right way, which is like, instead of boiling the ocean, why don't you say like, I'm going to fucking change the life of 100 Egyptians in the town that my grandparents came from. Now you're like, fuck, I can actually do that.
Not trying to curb your dreams either. It's just something you start there and then you could build upon that.
100%. Or like, look, I said I was going to buy the New York Jets. Big fucking dream. It's just that I knew there was going to be a bunch of dog shit for fucking half a century to get there. Like yesterday, you know, all the tweets come out when I get salty about a Jets win. Don't worry, Garyvee, you're going to buy the Jets in 5 years. I like DM a guy. I'm like, no, I'm not. Not even close.
20.
You know? Yeah. So I think you got to be real with yourself. Yusef, what did you synthesize the last fucking 15 minutes?
Just be logical with myself and just try to find the real thing.
That's exactly right. And the way to do that, bro, is to taste. I think you and I gave the right advice.
Taste. Try everything.
Taste.
All right.
Like for the people that found it, good. Now quadruple down. For everybody else who's listening to this and be like, fuck, that's me, go fencing. Start a pottery class. Go with like, say hello to 9 people that you've seen on campus 48 times, but you don't know their name.
Yusef, I suck at 80% of things in life, just so you know.
Yusef, I suck at 99% of things in life. I'm being dead serious, my guy. Yusef, you're definitely doing this for you, right? Like, you don't feel like this was instilled by like mom or aunt or sister or some documentary? Cool. Good.
I like that answer.
Good, man. Now you just got, listen, if the rules of your game are the game that you're playing, you got to follow them. You can't get out of education to get in a position to do what you want in the current world, so eat it. The same way that I wanted to be in the liquor business and help my dad's business and all the liquor laws did it. These fuckers can ship. When they talk, do you understand how angry I get that they can ship art anywhere and I couldn't ship wine to Pennsylvania and Boston and all these places? People don't know what I hated it. But guess what? I chose to fucking get into my dad's liquor business so I don't get to cry that I couldn't ship wine to all these places. That's the business I'm in. You don't get to cry that you have to do school for the next 7 years and you fucking hate it. You want to save fucking Egypt.
You just went to go save Egypt. You left us.
Yusef, are you Ghost?
Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah.
Oh, you were like letting that settle in?
Yeah.
And what came out of you settling that fucking statement? What came out on the other side of your thoughts?
I just have to rethink and like realize if it's my real dream or it's just kind of, as you said, like my 20s thing.
Yeah, or let me give you a good one, bro. Let's like get to the real point. This is probably ultimately, now I'm starting to realize why the fuck I kept you on the phone. Or is it a dream that you subconsciously liked the way it positioned you amongst others?
No, every time if I think it like that, I just like shove it down because I don't want like no fame. I just want to do it just for the people.
Not the fame, brother. Not the fame. The way that your mom, dad, sister, person you like, 6 homies, you're in at 11. Fuck fame. Do you think that maybe this is your ambition because you like the admiration of the inner 11 when they look at you when you say you're going to do this?
No, I don't think so.
Good. That's great. Because
that's a big problem
that's
early in the game.
Huge problem for a lot of people. And I'm pumped. That's great. This is why, you see how thoughtful these questions are? Like I'm listening to you. Like I believe you. Like honestly, yeah. I thought there was a good chance that was the answer. I'm not kidding. But when you answer, I'm like, cool, I actually feel that. That's good. So like this is the process. This is the process that everybody needs to do. Thoughtful questions, real life questions. You understand?
Yeah, I understand.
Help me one more time because I think you're going to help a lot of kids out there, bro. One more time. I know you said it, but like, where are you at right now? I know I'm milking this, but I'm loving it because I think it really will help.
What? Can you repeat the question again?
100%. What's on your fucking mind right now?
I just want to get my grades straight. Just focus on that. Get into the best school. Make connections. Try to like do my dream.
Love it. Let me tell you a couple things you're going to love. I'm a bigger believer in serendipity than I am on the brand positioning of these schools. Let me explain. Don't burn yourself out trying to get certain grades that may not come natural to you because these are the 4 best medical schools and you're going to go to number 17. Because let me promise you one thing, the way you said it, you can find the person that's going to cure cancer at school number 17 just as easily as you can at school number 1. So when I heard you say network, a lot of times people think you got to go to school number 1 and 2, but the way the world's transforming and the way that schools value certain data versus the data that actually is going to play out over the next 30 years, my recommendation to you is not to do the bare minimum, but I would be far closer to do the bare minimum than I would to strive to something that's unachievable from a GPA because you're going to fucking burn your life out trying to get a 3.1 instead of a 2.9. And at the end of the day, school number 11 in Connecticut is not going to be the delta you think to school 21 in Virginia. Do you understand?
Yeah, I understand.
Serendipity will trump that every day.
2.1 GPA, great network.
Yeah, 1.7, man. Shit network, but I could do it myself. All right, Yusef, thanks, man.
I'm sorry, one more question. When's your next event in New Jersey happening?
You had a 16-minute fucking question.
I want to see you in person. When's your next event in New Jersey? I know it's going to happen in October for your wine club.
Yusef, coming for the jugular.
Yeah, but he's under 21. Yusef, how old are you?
I'm 20. I'm going to be 21 in December.
What's that?
I'm gonna be 21 in December.
I'll probably do. I have a high likelihood of doing something in the first weekend in December or second weekend in December at Wine Library. I would argue that there's a bigger than 50% chance that I'll do a public event on the first Saturday, or actually, I could see Black Friday. I could see a Black Friday. Saturday, Thanksgiving thing, people will travel. I'll probably do first week of December because if I do Thanksgiving weekend, people can't travel. And for me to do a Jersey event, people will travel from Rhode Island, Delaware, PA. So I would argue first or second week of December at Wine Library, and will be the next thing.
All right, awesome.
All right,
Thanks so much.
Take care.
For your time.
Wow, that was good. I actually felt he was very passionate.
He was very real.
Yeah.
Let's sneak one more in before we let these fucking good-looking dudes out.
A lot of good questions. I'm trying to debate.
Gary,
just pick one. Yes.
You need to start a DNF club.
Yeah, that's a good
I'm
idea.
a part of it.
Yeah, dude, I
want to be a member.
Do you have your report card like I do?
Oh man.
Mine was 5 years, 2.1. I needed to get a certain grade on my last class.
Yeah.
To get the 2.1.
I had nightmares that I didn't graduate high school.
Hello?
For years. Who's this? Scott, it's Garyvee. You're on the Ask Garyvee show.
Let's go.
What's up, man?
Life is good. What do you have a question for me and the boys?
Oh, yeah. So, I mean, I've known Jeff since Jeff was like 5. We grew up in the same neighborhood.
Okay, before you go any further, when's the last time you and Jeff have interacted via technology or voice?
I know. Oh, it's Scotty.
2 days ago?
Oh, okay, so that's like your homie. Okay, well, you guys are actual
What's
friends.
your question, Scotty?
Yeah, see, Cole's getting pissed.
Well, no, my question is that...
Well, Scotty, before you go any further, before you go to question, tell us a great under-the-radar Cole story.
Oh, yeah.
Like, real under-the-radar, one that you don't even... You know how you and your homies have, like, the 38 stories you keep recycling? I want to hear story number 39. Something that Cole hasn't even thought about in, like, 11 years. Give me some, like, 4th grade, like, shit his pants during recess shit.
Oh,
be gentle.
I mean, be gentle. So, I mean, I don't think many people know that Jeff has not always been the hardest worker in the neighborhood. So Jeff and I, like Jeff was a little bit of troublemaker.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit when he was younger.
Yeah. How so?
I mean,
like Roman candles or like
no. I think
what about like mischief, like bats to fucking mailboxes shit?
No, Jeff wasn't that bad, but like water balloons at houses and we had like, I'll call it the year older kids who were like a gang in the neighborhood.
Okay. And
Jeff, and I think Jeff was, when he was a little bit young, I don't know if he remembers, but like. A couple kids got in trouble because my grandma was staying over, and she called the cops on kids throwing water balloons at our house, and all the kids had to line up in front of our house and say sorry.
Are you sure that was me, Scotty?
I hope not.
I don't think so.
Then I'm the one that, see, Gary, you're like,
I know what I'm doing. I'm a bad guy.
This is
Scotty. This is the end of your career.
Yeah, let's ask another question.
What's your question, Scotty?
So my question is that Jeff and Mark strategically brought Gary and Scooter in on this business.
Yep.
And and you guys are obviously huge and impactful people in larger industries.
Yep.
How are you two going to help build IKONICK into the world's greatest and largest art brand ever?
Oh, I'm not. The answer is nothing. 0. This is it. Ask Garyvee episode. Never see these two fuck faces again. I can't speak for Scooter. He'll probably do incredible things and he'll do a lot. Nothing. My preference is I never see these two dudes again. That's my game plan. What do you think, Scotty?
I know, and I've met Mark one time, but we've interacted multiple times, and I know Jeff forever, and I think it's possible. I think these two kids they're just hella motivated. I don't know, man. I don't know if Jeff's ever told you the story of when we got to meet up and link up in LA, but it was a good time. Just art perspective, what they're doing combined.
Scotty, where do you live? Where do you live?
Forever.
Scotty, where do you live? Dude, I want to be your friend. I'm going to fly you in. Andy, get that. Scotty, I'm buying you a plane ticket. You're coming to hang out at Vayner for today. I just need you around telling stories.
I have more stories than you can count.
I feel it. If
you follow up, I'll follow up.
I'm going to follow up.
I'll make you the same promise.
Dude, literally right now, Gary at VaynerMedia.com. Email me, be like, Scotty from Chicago. It's me. I'm ready to come. And you email me right now. I'm sure a bunch of people are about to email me. Just so everybody knows. No, this is going to be very simple. Everybody who emails me that's not the actual Scotty, I will delete you from our database forever and our servers. And I will probably also save it and publicly shame you and make sure that you go deep into the black web. Your social security number will be mine within 24 hours.
Oh, God.
That's a real threat.
It is.
Just everyone out there. I just want everyone to know out there that they better not impersonate me, because I'm taking, just like you said, your whole thing is about taking opportunities.
This is it.
And Jeff and Mark like that.
you take the opportunities, you follow up.
Dude, I cannot wait. I'm going to walk through. You can tell a story. Be like, yo, this one time Jeff and I can't wait. I'm looking forward to it, Scotty. I'll see you soon.
Okay.
All right, bye.
Thanks.
Andy, we need a real question. Fucking Scotty, Jeff's best friend from 4th grade who like so blow pops with each other.
Scotty finessed in there.
That's funny. He's a family friend.
That's nice. He sounds like a good dude.
He is a good guy.
He's a good guy.
Good vibes, but we need to like come in. We need to end strong. Not Scotty, the fucking storyteller.
Yeah.
Though that would be a great t-shirt.
Yeah. Scotty, the storyteller.
I want to put his face on that t-shirt. We'll show him after.
Hello, this is Jacob.
Jacob, it's Garyvee. You're on the Ask Garyvee show.
No
it's
way.
very fucking true.
Oh my God, and that language comes for you. Wow. I'm right here next to my wife when we're watching you guys, and I'm like, they're not going to call me. It's stupid. That's crazy. Wow, I'm actually talking to Garyvee. I don't even give a shit anymore. I just talk to him.
That's it.
He's going to jump off his roof.
That's it. Nice. What's the question, my guy?
So I have a personal question, and then I have like a simple question. Not really simple, but my micro question is, how would you scale from, like, because I noticed there's a process from going from 6 figures to 7 figures. I haven't even reached 6 figures, first of all, so I should probably work on that.
Have you reached 5 figures? Tell the truth. Don't lie or I'll hang up.
Take it easy. No.
Well, listen, I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe you haven't started yet.
I have not.
Right. So what about 4 figures? Tell the truth.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So we're at 4 figures. The question's about 6 to 7 figures.
Yes.
Andy's smiling because he knows I want to destroy you because I want to focus on 4 to 5. But I'm going to let that slide because I love you. Keep going.
I guess my question, I do social media marketing. I mean, I do obviously nothing compared to what you do, but I noticed that it's like a system you have to get where you want to get.
Okay.
So it's just creating that system is the process, it seems like.
But the system's remarkably individual, right? Like, for example, my system is lots of humans. I like scaling through lots of humans. Most people hate that because it's not very profitable in comparison. I like having the gang around. I like it. I like mentoring people that later go out into the world, or like, to me, staying with me for 40 years or going out to the world, both winning formulas. So that's my formula. A lot of people make $11 billion a year sitting behind a computer, don't want to talk to one fucking person. This is about self-awareness at scale. There is no system. Don't buy a system. Figure yourself out and create the system around you.
Ah, I see.
You see what I mean?
Like
and it's very important. Like, everyone's looking for the fucking anecdote. Like, people are like always like, yo, what's the secret hashtag? like people ask me that kind of shit. Like, yo, Zucks, like you've got like the keys to like fucking Facebook. Like, everybody thinks they're. Go ahead.
People don't know that you post on your Instagram.
Yeah, Gary, I didn't know that.
What's that?
You're a savage. You post a lot.
I knew that.
I was like, yo, I texted Gary one time that you should post just a selfie video saying.
There's like you pushing the button.
Yeah.
My friends were like, who writes his Instagram copy? Like,
the copy looks like you, but I was just thinking about the amount that you post. I didn't think it was you.
Yeah, the copy looks like me because the grammar is completely right. No, but let's talk about authenticity. It's everyone's laughing, right? Because like nobody wants to talk about it. Like it's crazy. One of my great weaknesses was my utter I mean, guys, this is me 20 years of writing email copy. You should have seen the first wine. I'm dying. I have to figure out if we can somehow miraculously find it. I can't even imagine what the fuck these poor wine customers in conservative 1996.
You're drinking the wine when you're writing the emails.
I was writing them, and I'm telling you, 20 years later, I'm like fucking Albert Einstein of grammar compared to who I was 20 years ago. Even in time, you've probably, right? I can even feel myself now better than I was when we started. Like, it's really cool. A huge weakness of mine is probably why most people don't think I do on my own social media because they can't fathom it, but it's true. I think the only thing that even gives me a leg to stand on, I think, is the copy. When I started writing longer form Instagram copy, that probably was the best thing that ever happened to me because people are like, maybe there's a prayer that it's me.
That's good advice too. I took that advice.
What's that?
Long form copy, focus on the caption. Big.
Huge. Intuitive too.
I thought that D-Rock one time. D-Rock, you can tell a story.
He's not here.
He left.
D-Rock, get over here.
He took a really, really dope
D-Rock's
photo.
all pumped because Atwood's here.
I used to do one-word captions.
I'm gonna tell the story. He He takes really dope photo, really long captions.
D-Rock, tell the story. Andy's about to steal your story. Tell the story about the long caption.
Posting twice. First one didn't do well.
Yeah, so I posted a photo I thought was really cool. We were in the studio in Atlanta. I wrote this really baller-ass copy.
Baller-ass copy.
Long copy, right?
Long copy.
In like 2,000 likes.
Okay.
Must be nice. 2,000 likes.
No, I put a lot of effort into it. Like,
okay, nonetheless, go.
Then, like 4 days later, I was like, fuck it. That copy was so good. I screenshotted it, cropped it, posted it. 5,600 likes.
Andy, do you know what you do?
Important
You actually lip what people are saying.
Yeah,
You notice that?
he does that.
Yeah, what's up, baby? Love you.
I've never noticed that.
Where were we? What are we talking about?
Marketing. Something with marketing.
6 to 7.
Oh, 6 to 7, authenticity, anecdote. Right. Bro, there is no fucking anecdote. What you need to do is figure out yourself. Don't look at me or Cuban or these guys or fucking, Sarah Blakely who created Spanx or fucking Beth Comstock who was on the show the other day who's a beast in corporate. This is so individual. Now, there's tried and true things, being efficient, being passionate. There's tried and true things, but like for example, I've been working out now for 4 years. Like, look, as much as I want to have like a huge chest and like it's just not genetically there. Like I have other things that could work, and so like you have to wrap your head around that shit. You've got to figure yourself out. And you know what really scares the fuck out of me is I push this all the time. Yet as my popularity grows, more and more people are trying to be like me, and I'm a fucking off the reservation, unique fucking character. Like my way is ridiculously not mappable if it's not your way.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Right? Yeah. Like I think I'm the worst person to try to be like. That's probably right, right?
But it's also like the whole anomaly thing, man. You're also just like not many people are like you, and that's also why.
But that's what I mean. That's why I'm like, look, and it's great. I'm super happy, and it's fine. Like I don't take any pride in it. It's like I'm not a good map. Like I think there's a lot of people that are much better mapped than me. Who, oh, by the way, most of those people, when I think of them, make a lot more money than me. Because it's more like kind of like I'm doing all sorts of crazy things. Like if you fuckers are watching and listening right now actually came here and watched it for a week, you'd be like, you'd kind of throw up your hands and be like, I don't even.
Nah, I'm good.
Right? Seth, right. Seth, what do you think?
You think he's nuts.
I think a lot of
your ability to map every second and use every second you possibly can.
Yeah, that's the first thing. You want to talk about something way scarier than I do my own social media? I am programmed from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. every minute.
Our first meeting was 5:15 to 5:30. That was our first 15-minute ICAL meeting. That was the first one. That's
Caleb, that was disproportionately the thing that was most ridiculous, right?
Insane. Like, there's not a second where you're not doing something. You're like either on Instagram, Twitter, texting, email. Yeah.
Have a free second, you figure it out.
Yeah, I freak. When like some weird shit happens where like, that's why I like being here, where like if something happens, I'm like uncomfortable in the not doing for 3 minutes out of 18 hours in a day.
Is it true you've only had, you only saw 2 movies like every year or something? Like one movie?
Yeah, in this, like going to the movie theater and watching a movie happens only in December during holiday break, and I'll see 1 and/or 2 movies during that time.
Nothing good happens in the movies.
See, I need to watch movies.
No, that's great. That's your process. Yeah. I need to watch the Jets take a fucking shit in Cleveland. like everybody's got their own like everybody's got their own thing. I don't judge people watching movies or Netflix or things of that nature. I think escapism is remarkable. I think I've hit this crazy vortex where my fucking work is my hobby, my process, my love, that I'm just like, right? Like I got home at 3 o'clock in the morning from Cleveland. I've been going hard all day. This is like, I've got 3-4 more things after this tonight. It's already 8:45 and I'm waking up tomorrow at 6 o'clock to go garage sailing. On the day when I can actually catch up with some rest.
People don't understand that.
Yeah, and then people like, and then this is where I get crazy. So that's me.
People feel bad for you.
Yeah, and then people like hit me up, but like, then like my friends are like, wake up at 10:13 on Saturday and like, yo, I'm so tired. And I'm like, I'm gonna break your nose. Like I just, but that's okay. Like what, my ambition is absurd. And so like I have to sleep in my bed. Bro, there's no process. There's your process. You need to figure out you. And if you're the kind of person that needs 11 hours of sleep because that's your DNA, then get your 11 hours of sleep and dominate the other 13. If you're the kind that needs an hour for breakfast, lunch, and dinner and watch YouTube videos of like fucking people climbing trees and like that's how you roll, then enjoy your 3 hours of watching people climb trees during your food consumption hours and do you. Like, I hate that people try to be like me. I have ridiculous, over-the-top natural energy that makes no sense to me and anybody else that knows anything about me. That's just me, and cool, it works for me in some ways. Here's a way it doesn't work. When you're that much of a beast, you're off in the emotional and financial fucking infrastructure for everything you touch and see. So like, you know, everything's got pros and cons. So like, don't wish on yourself. Just figure out who the fuck you are and do.
Yeah. What would be your number one industry to scale for social media marketing? Like as far as who should we target?
All of them.
Right now.
All of them.
All of them? Okay.
Dude, selling wine, selling sneakers, selling art, like whatever. They're all big. Every market's big as fuck. What do you want to sell? Are you into like, do you want to be a barber one day and sell blades? Like Blades fucking came out. Blades dominated. Fucking razor blades.
Yeah.
Like fucking razor blades over the last 7 years is what it was.
If it
Dollar Shave Club.
If it has margin, it can be scaled.
That's exactly right, dude. Everything. People buy everything. Fucking bananas. I'll give you one. Bananas. I want you to become the banana king of the internet. I'm being dead fucking serious. Like, be the banana guy.
You better like bananas.
Last night when I was watching the Jets last night, I was sitting there like, oh, Garyvee hates that freaking touchdown right there.
Dude, I was fucking. You don't even want. I wanted to. Honestly, I wanted to like kill people.
But did you like that celebration?
Thanks for calling in, brother. What's that?
He wiped
his
ball.
ass,
Yeah.
Isaiah. Dude, honestly, like he played in Cleveland. He was frustrated. Dude, the whole thing sucks. Fucking football. Fucking. That's it. Question of the day. You guys get to ask it. What's your question?
Question of the day. I'd say for us, we want to understand why consumers are loyal to a brand. So I would say,
what makes you loyal to a brand?
I would say, what is your favorite brand and why? That's it.
Love
because
it.
that's what we want to know.
Thanks for being on, guys. Congratulations. Love being with you guys.
Thanks for ripping us up.
You keep asking questions. We'll keep answering them.